Hello and welcome to Train Sim World. Today we are on the Cathcart circle where we'll be taking this ScotRail class 314 clockwise, hopefully, he says, around the Cathcart circle. So hopefully you enjoy this, and if you do, why don't you hit that like button and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. So without further ado, let's jump in that cab. And we're already speeding, that's never a good start. Let's get that back under control. Our first stop will be Pollokshields West. So bring it back down to 15. We'll be going into a 20 very, very shortly. See, we've got the green light, so we're all good. And there's the 20-mile-an-hour board. You can see just on the gantry there. So once we've cleared that, we'll be able to speed up a little bit. I think very shortly we can start to apply a bit of power. There we go. And you can see it's indicating that we're taking track 5 out of Glasgow Central. And we'll be heading off to the left there. We are slightly speeding still. It's always a slow departure from Glasgow Central, but it's going to be a very sort of quick stop-start once we get into the circle itself. So let's just have a quick look at the. Let's just put a bit of power on there. Let's have a look at the timetable that we'll be sticking to. So Pollokshields West, Maxwell Park, Shorelands, Pollock Shores, Langside, Cathcart itself, Mount Florida, Cross Hill, Queen's Park and Pollokshields East. And then finally back to Glasgow Central. There we go, we can get up to 25 miles an hour. Not far to go. And you can see we had the indicator for C there, so that's hopefully indicating that we'll be going around the Cathcart circle. And off to the right we go here. Let's give you a bit of an outside view. Lovely 314. Obviously this also layers onto the recently released ScotRail Express Edinburgh to Glasgow route as a bit of a rail tour, which is it's really fantastic to drive on that route. It gives it yeah, it just adds another little bit of dimension and gameplay to it, so very much all for that. So 0.7 a mile to go to Pollokshields West. And I think we should be able to do that in about 2 minutes, hopefully. We've got 30-mile-an-hour zone coming up just ahead of us. As you can see the board just there. Give you a bit of the horn action, of course, as we are not far from Pollokshields West. I also remember driving from driving this one before. It does have pretty damn good brakes, so we can take full advantage of this, hopefully. There's 30 miles an hour. When we get into Pollokshields West, I will give you a little overview of the map itself, so you can see where we'll be heading today, and certainly where we've come from, because there's a lot of branches, as you will have seen on our approach to Pollokshields West. So as we put in, let's make sure we hit our stop marker, which looks to be right down the end here. Just cruise it in. we go. You can see those brakes are pretty damn good. A little bit over, but that's okay. There we go. So, as I say, let's look at the map itself. So, you can see it's a bit of a spaghetti junction, but we've come from Glasgow Central. We've come all the way down. And we've then branched off to the right there. And obviously ended up here. And we'll be... looks like we'll be going, actually, anti-clockwise. That's okay, that's okay. Right, let's lock those doors. We can see another 314 just coming in the distance there. Oh no. We've got to wait. We're slightly ahead of ourselves. Got just 5 seconds. There we go. We can go now. We'll use the full power of this 314. Given we're going to be going into a 40-mile-an-hour section. Although Maxwell Park is just 700 odd yards ahead of us. It certainly gets up and goes quickly, this. We're already up to 40. And we can see the station ahead will start to apply the brakes, but we've still got a minute, 50 seconds to get there, so there's no rush. And again, let's be looking for our stop marker, which I can't quite see. It's probably going to be right at the end, I think. It's going to put us. There we go. We've probably overshot, but never mind. Beautiful early morning run this is. So I was hoping to get a bit of a sort of a rush hour vibe hopefully going on, but we'll see. There doesn't look to be too many passengers so far. So next up is going to be Shorelands. Let's finish loading. We've got to wait here until 30 seconds past. I'll start to lock the doors 10 seconds before departure. And we are good to go. No smoking policy. Nice looking station, that. Bit of an island. Let's get a... I think it's time to get our thumbnail, hopefully. He says, without clipping through everything. Let's just check. No, that's fine. We're all good. We're all good. We'll now be going into a 40. We were slightly speeding. I think this is going to be easier to get a thumbnail in the actual station itself, given the station, you know, the stops are so close to one another. Never mind. We're going to be here just on time, hopefully. Again, let's look for, hopefully we can see a stop marker. We'll cruise it in. I think I'll be right down the end there. Little bit of power. That's a 6 car. I'm going to stop here because that's too far. It's too far.
If you see anything suspicious, please tell a member of staff or the police.
See, we've got a 6 car, but we are not 6 cars. We have only just a 3 car unit. And I don't see us. See a 3-car stop marker, but never mind. I think we'll quickly get a thumbnail here. Maybe next one. Obviously, in real life now, these Class 314s have been retired and unfortunately scrapped. So you won't be seeing these out on in real life anymore. But they are certainly fun. They are certainly fun to drive. So, Pollock Shores East in less than 600 yards. These two stations are very close together. You can definitely get a sense that we're in, you know, quite a busy city, you know, built up busy city. It's very cool. There we go. That didn't take us long to get to our next station. It's not been my best driving so far, but we're not doing too badly, not doing too badly. There we go, let's unlock the doors. Again, we've got a pole in the way. I'm not stopping in the right locations as we've got another 314 arriving in the station. It's very cool. Let's lock those doors and we'll be off. Nope. Wait for it to lock. There we go. So we've got Langside next. In 800 yards. These are some rapid stops together. Nice. That's a very different station. Having the stairs in the middle there as a bit of an island. And then immediately going over to separate bridges. I like that. We're allowed to go up to 40 here, but we just need to be mindful of our speed as we come into Langside. Don't want to be in step 2 just yet. Hopefully as we come around the corner, yep, we can see the station. I do enjoy these types of commuter routes where it's just stop-start. There's it gives you a lot to do. You might not be getting the quickest on this route, but certainly it's enjoyable. It keeps you on your toes. There we go. A little bit over. Never mind. Let's where's the sun today? So in that direction. Let's go for our thumbnail. I think we can, or is that a little bit too bright? I want to go. Oh no. We probably need to be leaving. Let's lock those doors. Can't quite get the shot yet, can I? That's okay. And away we go. And it is the next station will be Cathcart itself. In just 0.6 of a miles. Need to be mindful that we'll be going down to 20 very shortly. start braking, we can see the 20 board just ahead. And we're going to get the AWS warning here that will be going off to the left. And we made it down to 20 just in time. We are on a gradient, so let's just keep our speed under control here. So, if I'm not much mistaken, this is the, I guess, the bottom of the circle. And it meets with another line here, as you can see. There we go, we're going to get another AWS warning because we can see a red light ahead. We'll acknowledge that. And we'll stop just about here, given that's where the 3-car unit stop point is. And I think they wanted us to stop a little bit further up. That's no problem. Ooh, lovely bit of waterway there. I think this is going to be it. This is our thumbnail location, I think. We'll just come out a bit. Lovely stuff. That's looking perfect. We'll lock the doors. And we'll be ready to go very shortly. And away we go for Mount Florida. That is a cool sounding station. And we'll be immediately going into a 40 as well. Just not get too excited straight away. We need to keep it under 20 until we've cleared the marker board. There we go. Mount Florida is in just around 900 yards. I do like this route. It's really well done. I think there's it's really well modelled. Certainly, the gameplay and the services that can be enjoyed on this route is fantastic. The only downside is it's Glasgow Central. It's quite quiet, but that seems to be a bit of a theme with some of the recent dovetail routes. As you get these, big stations that sadly are quite quiet, which it's sort of, you have to admit, is slightly immersion breaking, as you can probably you'll see, but maybe one day in the future that will get rectified once we get more trains into Train Sim World. There we go, we can see our marker board there. Just edge up. Perfect. We'll come to a stop, hopefully. And there we go, we'll unlock the doors. We'll finish loading these passengers up, and I suspect we won't be staying here long. Nice to see plenty of passengers getting on and off. We are slightly late, we're about 30 seconds behind. Make that probably 40. See if we can try and claw that back. Those doors do take a while to close. Gonna have to be aggressive on the power here. So cross hill next. We are going down a gradient, so that acceleration is phenomenal. And we need to be slowing down for this 30. Just step it into notch 2, that's perfect. So cross hill next. I suspect as we come around this corner it will emerge for us. Other side of the tunnel perhaps. There it is. This is a station that's been squeezed in quite tightly here. We've slightly missed our mark stop, but that's okay. Let's unlock the doors once we get there. We've I don't know if we've made any time up or not.
All our trains and stations are no smoking areas. Please do not smoke until you have left the station premises. This includes e-cigarettes.
Come on, load the passengers, load the passengers. Let's get ready to lock these doors. Let's go, go, go. There we go. And we'll be going into a 40, so you can see the marker board just at the end of the platform there. Off we go. There we go, we can accelerate a bit more. We can see the station that we'll be heading for, which is Queen's Park, just in the distance there. Can we reach 40 before we start braking? Yeah, of course we can. Into step 2 we go. Bring it back a notch. Back into step 1. We are slowing quite nicely. Got a slight bit of stuttering there, which is to be expected. It is with all trains and mod routes, unfortunately. Just keep on cruising up to the end of the platform here. There we go. Let's unlock those doors. That's much better stop mark, stop position. We're getting better with these brakes now. Come on, let's... Again, this seems to be quite a build-up area of Glasgow. I think it would be nice to see, certainly, some more Scottish routes introduced to the game, given that we've now started to build up a bit of variety under the ScotRail brand. And it would be nice to see some of the major stations, such as Edinburgh Waverley and the two Edinburgh routes. Oh, wrong button, that helps. The two Glasgow stations. You know, it would be amazing to see them become a lot busier. We've got a single yellow here, so we've got Pollokshields East. So let's just come off the power here, given we're under yellows. We'll acknowledge that. Just bring the speed down a little bit, as we've got another 314 coming in the opposite direction. And you can see we're going to be held here before we're allowed to merge, but that's fine because we need to stop here nonetheless. Let's unlock those doors.
Are reminded that smoking is prohibited at all stations and on all train services. This includes e-cigarettes.
Nice station announcements. I like it. Oh, it still says we're on time, so I'll take that. I'll take that. Go on, let's finish loading these up and we can be out of here to our final station, which will be Glasgow Central. It feels like this has been, you know, quite a quick journey, but I think just reality, it's just the nature of having so many stopping at so many stations along the way. And it makes it go quicker. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. There we go. As we go over this junction. And we'll have a 25 coming up. You can see just on the left hand side here. Let's just get down to 25. Perfect. So we've got 1.1 miles to go to Glasgow Central, which you'll all agree is very dead, but we'll ignore that point because the rest of the route is fantastic. And the 314 is a fun little unit to drive, and if you drive its, I guess its sister unit, or the class 313 on both the East Coastway and Brighton Main Line, that's also a really fun little unit to drive, and you know, adds a bit of difference to the usual Electro Stars. So yeah, I do like that. It's a nice little unit to drive. Both of these are. We've got a 20 mile an hour coming up, 500 yards. I think we'll see that on the gantry. If you remember when we first left Glasgow, it told us to speed up to 20. Now we're going to be going down to 20 on all lines. Oh, maybe not this one. Maybe that's the 15. Who knows? I never remember which way around it is. There's the 20 there. And it tells us we'll be going over to platform, track 6, and you can see that just over in the distance there. It's definitely a complicated throat to Glasgow Central. There we go. And we're going to keep following 6 in. As we've got another 314 exiting. Now we're looking for D. Straight ahead. And as you can see on the gantry there, that it's 15 mile an hour all lines. And that we'll be going into platform number 9. Got down to 15 quite nicely there. So last thing to do is just to bring it into its final stop and not run into the buffers. Just maintain our speed a second. We've got another 314 there in the platform next to us. And we've got some passengers waiting by the looks of it. Let's cruise up to the buffers. Yes, hello passengers. I'm just about on time actually. We did well there. think we've slightly overshot that one. No, pretty spot on actually. Let's unlock the doors. I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick... No. I was going to give you a quick walk around the interior, but never mind. You can go and check that out on one of the other videos I've done with the 314, because I certainly do look around. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you have, why don't you hit that like button and also subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.